Hello, Anthony. So lovely to meet you.
Lovely to meet you now. Is it Joy or
It's
what's your name?
Joy. It's
Joy.
Joy. Such a pleasure to meet you. I feel like I've grown up watching you.
Oh, don't age me like that, Joy. Stop it.
Wow. So thank you for talking to Melan Magazine. My husband's dancing in the background. He's so excited.
Tell him to come dance on camera. Background.
Hello. As you can tell, we're big fans. We're big fans. I'll just dive right in if that's okay. So representation is everything. Do you feel any pressure in how you play a Black father figure on primetime television?
No, I don't feel any pressure in portraying a Black father in primetime television at all. We come in all different sizes, all different shades, all different colors, all with a different perspective. The only pressure that I feel is to do what I'm supposed to do and tell the story that I'm supposed to tell that's relevant to me and specific to me. And that's what this character and our show was all about. It's specific to the stories that we've encountered in our lifetime, Kenya Barris and myself, and whatnot. So that's the only pressure that I felt to tell the most entertaining comedic stories that I can tell as Andre Johnson. So that's the only pressure that I feel. There aren't any pressures that Damon Wayans had when he was portraying his character on My Wife and Kids, or Bernie Mac when he did the Bernie Mac show, or Bill Cosby on the Cosby Show, or John Amos on Good Times, or Sherman Hemsley on The Jeffersons. These are specific characters that they were playing specific to who they were and the situations that they were in.
Fantastic. We love the dynamic between Bo and Dre. What's your favorite storyline? It's showing their relationship, because that's such an important part of the show.
It's an extremely important part of the show. Tracy would always say that, most comedies, situation comedies about Black families and relationships, the comedy was always found in the characters being at odds or not liking one another, disliking one another. Well, ours is the complete antithesis of that. Our comedy is found in the love in which we share with one another. And yes, we may have misunderstandings, but they're honest misunderstandings. And the common denominator that we have is love and not being at odds and trying to raise these beautiful children. And, Bo being an independent woman in the world in which she lives as a doctor, and me being who I am in the advertising world, and then coming together. That's what it's about. And the relationship that she and I have and the chemistry that she and I have is undeniable.
Absolutely. Of your children on the show, who would you say is most like you in real life?
Oh, oh, let me see. They're all a little. I'm going to say Marseille. Okay. Marseille Martin. Diane. Just because she's evil. She's evil.
Yes, and we love it.
Yeah, we do, and it's not a mean evilness. It's just like a crazy mad scientist, type of thing. It's like, oh, I get why you feel that way. I get it, but I wouldn't go about it that way. But I understand why you're doing it. So Diane's character,
wonderful.
It's more like me, or I'm more like her, I should say.
Wonderful. Now, we love the storyline about Junior wanting to quit college and go work with Migos and so on. Do you have any interesting stories about college that you'd like to share with us?
Interesting. My entire collegiate career was interesting. I went to Howard University. I showed up there with $900 in my pocket, not a place to stay. or live. I only knew one person in Washington, D.C. So my day one college experience was put to the test. But what it taught me was, it taught me how to survive. It taught me how to hustle. It taught me, it gave me a lot of life lessons that I use to this day in real life and in this industry. But I wouldn't change that. I wouldn't change that experience for the world, because it's made me the man that I am today.
My husband's saying that you had a rather interesting job while at college, and I'm not sure if we should mention it. Would you like to say anything about that?
What was it?
Entertainment.
This is a family show. It's a family show. And how did your husband know about all this? He
follows you. He knows a lot about you.
Me? Your husband been trolling me.
It's a family show. So I watch Blackish with my 2 teenage boys, and they love it. And it's a really great way to introduce American Black history to them. Do you ever think about the impact the show has on the rest of the world, and how that story is being told?
Never really thought about the impact that it has on the rest of the world, but these are stories that we've lived, we've experienced in real time. And what makes our show resonate with the world is that it's authentic. The authenticity in which we tell these stories through the eyes of these characters. What's important to us is that we are true to who we are, and true to these characters and the stories that we are telling, and hopefully there's a common denominator that people can take from these stories and say, oh wow, I may not be African American, but I understand that. I had that same experience. Well, his experience is not unlike my experience, so that's our common denominator. We're one and the same. So that's how I feel about it.
No, that's amazing. So where do you see the show going, in terms of storyline? What are the sort of the themes that you'd like to bring on the show that perhaps haven't happened yet?
We've pretty much done, I shouldn't say done everything, but, we just want to continue to tell these authentic stories as honestly as we possibly can, and how they affect this family and this community. It's not like we're in search. It's like, oh, let's do this, let's do that. Nah, it's, let's just keep living life and experiencing life, and tell these stories about those experiences, good, bad, and indifferent. And in telling those stories of those experiences, hopefully we teach and we learn and we lift as we climb. That's what it's all about.
Thank you so much for talking to us, Anthony. It's been a real pleasure talking to you.
No problem. What's your husband's name?
His name's Wale, Olawale.
Olawale! Yeah! All right. Now look, I've screamed your name, and it's been recorded, so you can play this back for your babies.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. Have a great day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.